Developing tonight, the White House taking serious heat after the New York Times reveals former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton conducted all of her government business on a private email account. The revelation opening her and the administration up to suggestions that they may have had something to hide, possibly broke record-keeping laws, or even may have put our nation's security at risk by leaving her emails vulnerable to hackers. Team Clinton says this is no big deal, but even former White House Press Secretary Robert Gibbs says this is highly unusual. Chris Steyerwalt is our Fox News digital politics editor. Clinton says there's no there. Come on. This is like Powell did it. Colin Powell did it. That's her defense.
Her defense is, in fact, that Colin Powell did it, and it is very common across this glorious federal government of ours for people to use private email accounts when conducting government business. In fact, within this administration, people like Lois Lerner are said to have done that, but we know, for example, that at the EPA, they had dummy email addresses and hidden
Dick
accounts.
Windsor.
Right, Dick
Lisa
Windsor.
Jackson, our EPA administrator, was emailing everybody under the name Dick Windsor.
Our friend Richard Windsor.
Can't make it up.
Exactly, true story. So, yes, the commonness of the practice of evading the requirements that you keep your... But wait.
I see the point you're getting to, which is the fact that so many people are doing it and under questionable circumstances doesn't excuse her.
But this is different.
But let's start with the fact that what she's alleging is not true. It is unprecedented, as far as we know, for a government official to conduct all of their email on their private email. That usually it's a supplement to, or in addition to your government email account.
Right. It's a couple of skanky emails that you are doing a little something on the side.
Gutfeld said she was sending around those chain emails that President Obama was born in Kenya. She had to do that. She had to do that on her BlackBerry.
She had to do that off the other account. But the real deal here, and it's no joke, is the premeditation that was involved in this. It is not the fact that some emails were sent when a server was down or some emails were sent from a BlackBerry in Colin Powell's case. It is the fact that, as the Washington Post reported today, it appears that it was an account established even before her Senate confirmation hearings began, that this was a volitional, premeditated, intentional plan to avoid the scrutiny and the accountability that would eventually come.
The arrogance of the response, I have to say, they say, well, look, 9 out of 10 of the emails she sent went to State Department employees, so those would be on the State Department's records. They don't address anything that went to foreign dignitaries, that went to private individuals or private companies with whom she was dealing in her capacity as Secretary of State. As Ron Fournier put it today, those are our emails. And I don't care that 9 out of 10 were produced. You know what? I own the 10th one, too. Let me see it.
And they used as their example, well, what if it was, she had an email about Chelsea Clinton's wedding? Oh, come on.
I know.
We are talking about people who are currently at the epicenter of a giant earthquake over foreign donations, and not from the most pleasant of people around the world, foreign donations to their family foundation. These are people who have a long history. The Clinton family, the Clinton political shop, has a long history of evading public scrutiny and engaging in practices that most people consider out of bounds.
And as Fournier also put it, it reinforces the notion, and Washington Post said this too, that the rules just don't apply to them. They can do what they want because they're not like you and me.
And she is in Washington tonight being celebrated by her supporters, really a part of her political action group, Emily's List. They're cheering her on to break the highest, hardest glass ceiling. And in the program is that famous picture of her holding up her BlackBerry on an airplane, and it was supposed to be the cool image of this digital grandma who was so cutting edge and so awesome. And the reality is, this email scandal is going to stay with this candidate throughout the duration of her presidential campaign, as long as it lasts.
Where's the 10th email? That's what I want to know. I want 10 out of 10. Chris, good to see you.
You bet.
Possible 2016 White House contender, Senator Marco Rubio, is next on the Prime Minister's big speech today, and how the president may soon order up some new taxes by executive order. Yes, the pen and the phone may be coming out to raise your taxes next. Plus, the final decision is now in for the parents who got in trouble because their kids were walking down the sidewalk without supervision. Plus, men and women all over were praising supermodel Cindy Crawford after a bikini picture of her went viral. It's supposed to show her looking real. You know, she still looked awesome, but she also looked like she'd had a couple kids. So why is she now threatening to sue the people who posted it?